my best explosion. That's the best explosion you're going to get from me tonight. It's not payday, so it's not my favorite day. Oh, how I miss payday. Oh, payday. Come around soon again. Come around soon again. What's up, everybody? It's Friday. It's Friday where I'm at. I don't know about you, but for me, it's Friday. Welcome to the All About Aviation show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your tour guide tonight. We're going to be touring around in this here old bucket, this old sled. The old Focke-Wulf. Old Focke-Wulf sled. A nice plane. Especially for $10. That's a hell of a... Sorry, I'm using my flight stick and I kind of forget what buttons do what. That doesn't move forward. That's side to side. So forward is W. All right, that's that. There we go. 6. Yeah, I like this plane a lot. But there's a few levers that I want to get set up properly on this flight stick. But yeah, if you have $10, go get this. The airport's brand new too. This Salzburg airport. This thing looks awesome in the night and the day. There's a lot of detail in this airport. I actually am in the middle of recording a video. Hey, what's up, Chicago? Yeah, I recorded an intro for a video with this airplane. So I'll be doing that flight sometime tomorrow and then editing it and putting it up. But yeah, I have a pretty extensive flyover of this airport in the day and in the night. That's good, man. They didn't they treat you like citizens. They didn't take all your stuff and then lock it up. All right, so before, I need to want to set my flight stick up because I want to have a button that controls the fuel mixtures and the props. And I don't have that right now. I have throttle and I have fuel, which is fine to have here, but I want props. So I need to set another button up for that, I guess. I guess it would be easier if it was on an axis, though. I don't know how I can do that. I guess I can leave it how it is, because the propellers... Well, you know what? The propellers are actually more important than the fuel, I think. Because we're not going to lean the fuel that much. We're not going up that high in altitude, but the props, we do need to pull back quite a bit. All right, let me get them set. Wow, a service weapon. What is it, like a German Shepherd? That'd be cool if they gave you a German Shepherd. Like, all right, Chicago, here's your new German Shepherd. Take it everywhere you go, even on the airplanes you fly in real life. Now, that's cool. I wonder if they'll give you a 9 or a Glock or AR-15. Get you one of them hot AR-15s. All right, what am I doing? Controls. All right, so this is condition levers. Let me check prop levers. I think I have prop levers. I deleted a lot of saved flight sticks, you know, configurations. I had a lot saved at one point. All right, there you go. All right, so I can do the fuel all the way. Okay, very good. Glock 19, nice. Does that thing get good gas mileage? That old Glock 19? What's the fuel economy on that thing? That's cool that you get that. I'm kind of like curious about what kind of job you're taking now. Because it doesn't sound like EMDG would have you carrying a gun and I don't think United would really want you carrying a gun on board. Maybe you're not a bot. Maybe you are a real person. After all this time, you're actually a real person. Hey, don't be sitting there. Hit that like button. Damn it. All right, let's get this airplane going. So we're just doing VOR. All right. So we got the parking brake. This is going to take a little bit to go through this checklist, but we're going to go through most of it. All right, parking brake is on. Oops. Kfxe. All right, that's on. Let's turn the battery switch on. Actually, first, let's open up the back door. Let people in. Why is there no sound? No sound. We got to hit that switch again. Gotcha. I'm just wondering what kind of job you had that gives you a gun. All right. So we got that. All right, battery switch. Actually, let's move this. Let's move that old thing out of the way. But there you go. FFDO. I'll have to look up that acronym. What's FFDO? Let me look that up real quick, so I know what you're talking about. FFDO. Ah, Federal Flight Deck Officer. Trained and licensed to carry a weapon and defend commercial aircraft against criminal activity and terrorism. Is run by the Federal Air Marshal Service and Officers Jurisdiction on Flight. Hey, that's cool, man. Congratulations. First deck officer, man. That's cool, dude. Thank you for protecting United and protecting our country. Appreciate it. All right, battery on. Now we're going to do avionics next. The two generators are right here, by the way. They stay off. The quickest way to get back to the avionics switch, I mean, you can go back here if you want, or you can just click on, you know, the eyeball. It'll take you right to it. But yeah, avionics is back here. And if anybody can find a different one, let me know. But this is the only ADF indicator I can find on the whole ship. Hey, man, that's a good thing, too. It's all good. You get a gun, and you get more money. You're getting paid money to carry a gun. That's America right there. That's America. Thank you for living the American dream. So we had two big dials back there. We can input nav there, or you can do it down here. And this is comms, which is pointless on Xbox. Everything is in German, by the way. Our altitude, our speed, like everything's like German. It's all German. All right, instrument lighting. So let me give you a rundown of the dials right here. Second. Got to get to the page so I can read them. All right, 1, 2, and 3. All right, so I know that this is a course indicator. It's very handy when you're using a VOR station, because when you're lined up with it, this will line up. This is also for VOR. The airplane turns to where you need to go. So we got that. We got one of my favorite features. We got the clock. So we can monitor our start and stop time. So don't forget to remind me to push that button. Make sure I push it. Wow, you couldn't take like vacation pay or PTO? But still, 3 weeks off with no pay does suck. But you're going to be making more money. So, and I think, yeah, I hear you. I think doing that job, you know, you're taking a hit now. But as time goes on, you'll make more and more connections. You start making more money. You'll have your foot in the door with the feds, with the justice system, with commercial piloting. I mean, it's not just the increase in money. I mean, that could open up a lot of doors as time goes on as well. So definitely worth it, even though your bank account's taking a hit right now. At least in my opinion. This one up here gives us a distance to or from a VOR station, if a VOR is applicable. We have our airspeed indicator, turn coordinator, vertical speed indicator. This one is, it indicates that the aircraft is deviating laterally from a course set to a VOR station. Indicates that the airplane flies to or from a VOR station. Okay, I think that's the right one, number 7. Yep. And we have our radio compass, VOR, only VOR 1. Our altimeter, our horizon indicator, our instrument lamp, we have our altimeter here, and then the outside air temperature. This contraption here is our autopilot system. And my voice is still cracking. I can't believe it. Gee. You could do a lot of super chats with that kind of salary. That's what I'm talking about. Spread the wealth. That's great, man. Absolutely. And you started at a good age, and super chats for everyone. Right. Nah, that's great, man. Yeah, it sucks taking the hit now, but sometimes you gotta take a step back to go forward, you know, as they say. All right, instrument lights, those are turned on. Let's do the rest of our lights. So we have the cockpit room lights here. Right. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Absolutely. I love ramen, but I would certainly love to go to the Korean restaurant down the road and get all kinds of fresh stuff in it instead of just eating ramen. Yeah, there's a Korean place down the road from me. It's probably about a half a mile, and it's like a Chipotle style Korean restaurant. Chipotle style being where they make everything right in front of you. And I get these rice bowls with this extra spicy chicken and all kinds of fresh vegetables on it. This sweet spicy sauce. I love me some of that. All right, mixture levers. Oh, sorry, I'm getting used to using a flight stick again. It's been a few minutes. All right, mixture levers are off. Throttle levels are... I don't know. All right, magnetos are up here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're all off. Engine starter selector is off. All right, engine fuel supply, fuel tank 1. I think that's behind me, right? Yeah, these are the fuel valves. All right, the fuel is back here. Yep, I think Korean is awesome. All right, fuselage. All right, fuel supply, fuselage tank 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all closed. The engine fuel valves. Yeah, they're all closed. All right, left selector is fuselage, and so is that one. I don't usually play with the words on, but when everything is in German, it's just easier to have the wording there. All right, fuel tank selector switch. For 1, we got to go up here for this. We have 3 different switches for the fuel tanks. Yeah, I hear you. So we have 3 different types of tanks. From what I understand, the fuselage tank is used during cruise. If the fuselage tank runs dry during cruise, the next tank they go to is the 5th tank, and then they'll pull from other parts. But it's got a cruise tanks, and starting, you know, landing, takeoff, and all that. I don't know. I can put a link. Let me put a link for the booklet in here. You can look at it if you want. It comes with a 28 page, 58 page. Hang on, let me get it real quick. Yeah, I'm not sure why either. Maybe it's for ballast. You know, maybe it's just the way it's made where they want to lose weight in the center more than the outside. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Go to this link here. Oh shit, I didn't mean to. Damn it. Paste it instead of copying. I hit the wrong button. All right, copy. Yeah, and just scroll down to the Focke-Wulf. And there's a booklet you can download. Yeah, it's just right on Flight Simulator's website. Yeah, the fuel they talk about is right. It's like in the first 4 or 5 pages. They give a outline of the fuel tanks, and they kind of explain how it all works. You know, capacities and all that stuff. And both of these airports that we're going to tonight, these are both brand new handcrafted airports. Part of the World Update 18, I believe it is. The new one that just came out. So, all right. So fuel tank 1. We have fuel. We're just going to go down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got fuel. That's got fuel. That's got fuel. That's got fuel. All right, let's leave this on 1. We'll check all these off momentarily, but this is what we're doing right now. 1. I love the clicks that Inabuilds did on this plane. They sound real good. All right, starter fuel tanks. Hey, what up, James? I said hi to you on the other video this afternoon. That was pre-recorded, though. Yeah, man, what's up, dude? How's your test flying for NASA going? Right, cruise tank. Nope. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I did the right ones. All right. Pitot heat. Right up here. Lights on. All right. We got to put this on dimmed for the gear and the flat. All right. That is it. I missed something on this page. Dang. Not grayed out. All right, it says page complete. All right. So before engine starts, let's close the main door. But by the way, the main door is right over here. The only way to open it is from the button we're getting ready to interact with. All the doors in the plane do open, though. This one opens. There's one for the bathroom, which is actually made pretty well. There's a back room area, storage, and all that. So there's like another 3 or 4 doors you can interact with back there. All right, we got to close the main door. That's this button over here. Okay, let's get our tablet up also. Flip on this switch. Turn our tablet on later. It's got some pretty interesting data with the fuel and all that while you're flying. All right, main door is closed. Let's turn on the 2 generator alternators. Strobe lights. Turn those on. We'll do the nav lights later. Cylinder heat temperature here. That on number 1. Open up the cowl flaps. Inabuilds. Inabuilds and Asobo, I believe. Or Microsoft. It's the latest local legend. It's $10. Yeah, Inabuilds has been doing a lot of the local legends lately. They made those 2 helicopters. I think they made the one that came out last time too. I forget, but they've done a few recently. Yeah, they make some good stuff. They make that A20N, that 320 Neo that we fly. Yeah, they make that one. That's a real good plane too. All right, engine fuel valve. I kind of forget where that is. I think it's this here. Yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The engine one, fuel flotation compensation lever must be closed. I think it was over here. Actually, it might be here. God, I hate to use the eyeball. That's right, it's these right here. Yeah. I'd have probably a good opinion of Phoenix too if I was able to use any of their airplanes. Yeah. Yeah, they make really good airports. All right, let's make sure all 4 of these, 5 of these are closed. Oh, these right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, fuselage pump on. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. All right, let's turn the avionics master switch off. Let's just click this eyeball to get there quickly. Since we're using a flight stick. All right, that's done. Stage complete. Let's start up the engines. Let's go ahead and get our prop levers. What's going on here? Come on, camera system. Yeah, bitch. All right, prop lever, engine 1 max, 1, 2. Okay, so prop levers. They are now max. All right, engine 4 mixture lever fully open. Turn both magnetos on. All right, let's get here so we can see this up here. All right, put this on. That's on both. Starter 4. Lights on. Pull this up. Hold this for about 8 seconds if need be. All right, that's on. And now we just repeat the process. So we put on the fuel for number 3. We put the magnetos on. Turn this to number 3. And then pull up on this handle for a few seconds. Now let me just complete this page real quick. I wish there was a button that you could just complete, like, everything at one time. Hey, what up, Frank? Be good, Frank, tonight. What's up, dude? All right. Mixture 2, magnetos. This one, number 2. Got our light. All right, that's done. We're almost ready for takeoff. All right, magnetos, starter, and starter. All right, let's close this. All right, starter selector off. Warning light is off. Let's turn off the fuel pumps. Fuel pumps are off. Number 5 is off as well. Let's make sure the engine RPMs are about 500 or below. They are just under 500. All right, let's go back to the avionics room. So much easier just clicking that eyeball and just going. Now it's on. All right, and let's set our frequencies. So let me see the first one we're going to. Okay, Navigraph, do your thing, Navigraph. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't even need to look on the chart here. Well, I guess I could. All right, we have GSB. Oh, no, we're not going to GSB. We're going to... All right, you know, we don't need this map right now. We're going to SGB first. So let's program nav 2 for that. That's Salzburg. That's 113.8. So we got 113.8. All right, so that's nav 2. You see how we have nav B. The needle moved. We have ADF here if we need it. And then you can also do the nav. Hang on. Gotta reset the camera. You can also do nav down here as well. So here's nav 2 that we just set, the 113.8. The one after that is OTT, that's 112.3. So let's set that. .3, there we go. All right, that's done, and we got to do the transponder as well. Let's just zoom over there, and we'll put this on standby. All right, that's all done. Warm up. Go up front. Do our run up real quick. I mean, we don't really have to, but we're going to anyways. But I don't really think anything is modeled to break. So I think we'd be okay if... Yeah. They didn't. It kind of sounded like an old man trying to get out of bed for a minute. Trying to get going. Oh, we're good now. Yeah, no, they didn't... You know, when I first turned those engines on the very first time, I kept on pulling the starter. I'm like, why are they not starting? Like, it was so low. Like, the sound of the engines going, it was... I didn't think they were on. They made a lot of noise trying to turn on. All right, let's adjust the first throttle to 1500. We're going to do one throttle just to show it. We're not going to do all of them. Since I don't think anything is modeled to break anyways on this plane, we'll just do one engine run up. All right, let's turn that down a little bit. Okay. So we got our... All right, we got our oil pressure. We got our engine temperature. We're at, oh, we're a little high actually. Oh shit, wrong one. All right, that's close enough. But yeah, we have our oil temperature. We have our oil pressure. We have our fuel pressure. And then over here we have our cylinder head temperature. And I forget where the manifold pressure is. Let's check that out. Oh yeah, that one right there. That's our manifold pressure. That's an important one when we're climbing, because we need to keep it at a certain, or is it cruising? It's either cruising or climbing. We need to keep that at a certain. But yeah, that's it for the engine run up. You just do that. So we're just gonna do the one, like I said. We're not gonna. There's no reason to do all of it. All right, taxi, flight controls, park and brake, flaps. Yeah, let's set our flaps. That's right here. Compass, altimeter, pitot heat. Yeah, what is the pressure where we're at? Salzburg. 30.03. Let's set that. 1017 is actually the number, so. All right, there we go. And let's set our altitude that we're going to go to. We'll go to... Where's my dial at? Altitude. Here it is. The HO dial. All right, let's sync that with our current altitude. And then let's move this. I think 3,000 meters. Let me look that up. I want to say that's about 8,000 feet, maybe. Hang on, let me do. Oh, this is kilometers. All right, let me look this up here. Because I remember doing this kind of thing in the Hindenburg. Because that was all in meters also. Then we'll get out of here. I'm pulling up my converter right now. All right, we got speed. No, not speed. Guess you could do length. Feet in the meters. There we go. All right, so delete 3,000. Yeah, 3,000 meters is just under 10,000 feet. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can put that on 3. We're going to be flying around for a little bit. At least that's the plan. All right, let's check our flight controls. Put our taxi lights on. All right, this way, that way. Yep, 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 yep. All right, looks good. All right, let's put on our nav lights. Got our tail light, we might as well put that on. And then we got our taxi lights right there. Let's go to the runway, get lined up. Let's release the parking brake. Ooh. I think we can make that turn. I made a similar turn earlier when I was practicing a little bit with this airplane. I only took off and just flew around for a minute or two, but I really wanted to get into the airplane and start learning what some of the switches are and just getting a little familiarized. There's no good camera angles. They have these preset camera angles. I was hoping that one of them would be like higher up. I'm short. I gotta get a little help to see over the see over that big old metal bar right there. Compass. Set the altimeter. Let's put the pitot heat on. That's over here. The lights off. We don't need the window or nacelle. That's all down here. Somewhere down here. Gee, where did they put those buttons? I could have sworn I remember where they were. I'll check them out when we get up front. When we get up front. Yeah, that's a good point. Keep on holding, staring at the end of the runway and just let the plane just come down. Yeah, I get it. I understand completely. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being different for commercial planes. All right, so when we leave, we're gonna have to turn to the north. This is probably one of my more favorite propeller planes of this size that I have so far. I mean, the DC-6 is great, but as far as like all the local legends that have come out recently, and the Constellation, and Stratoliner, this one's definitely like a very good like second or third, I think, so far. The DC-6 is number one. Constellation would probably be two. All right, let's get settled here. Slow down a little bit. Put our brake on. Where are those nacelle switches again? Yeah, that's right. They're down here. Windshield and nacelle. Okay. All right, run up, taxi light off, landing lights on. Cowl flaps are fully open. Can't move. I can't move. All right, cowl flaps are fully open. Elevator trim is neutral. That's all done. All right, before takeoff, prop levers, max. Fuel selectors need to go into start. Takeoff and landing and pump must be on. I think those are over here. Yep. Just the first four. All right, so 150, best climb rate is 4 to 8 milliseconds. Throttle's at 80%. Landing gear off. And 4 to 8 is in this range here. Okay. And we need to take off. Pretty much just make a big U-turn. Alright. The big U-turn. You got VOR 2. Should be right here. That's 1. This is 2. We'll use this to navigate. Unless we can... Nope, that's VOR 1 only. Alright, let's get out of here. Put this over here. I guess we can turn the tablet on. We'll put it on the fuel page for now. Alright, release the parking brake. Alright, landing gear up. Put our flaps up now. Start making our turn. And then once we get turned around, we'll go ahead and put on the autopilot, get lined up with the VOR station as best we can. Actually move our throttles back a bit. Okay, let's get more north. That's pretty good, I think. Alright. Get rid of this flight stick for a moment. Go into heading mode. Set our vertical speed. Okay. That's alright. En route climb. This should be on already. Yep. Alright, let me lower the, before we fall out of the sky. Alright, turn the fuel selectors off. Alright, put these back on fuselage. Out flaps I'm not worried about right now. We can turn the landing lights off. Set the RPMs to 2050. Somewhere around there. Mixture and trim I'll worry about. Out flaps, those are okay. Cruise yet. We're still climbing. Let's see where we are with our... So we need to go over a bit more. He should be at 80%. Let's move them back a little bit more. That's lining up, and then we may need to lower our pitch a little bit. Yeah. There's this wheel here that you can use. almost lined up. There is a feature on this tablet. So we had the fuel and weight here. This tells you also about the engines, like like for takeoff, what tanks to use, you know, and for landing and all that. They also have a pretty good information page. And then when you're flying, you can put a flight plan in here. It's the same system that's in the like the Cub Cadets or whatever those planes are called that are like always used on the bush trips. But with this, you can also use this button here on the autopilot, this GPS one. So we're going to try it with nav 1 here coming up when we get lined up. All right, we're heading pretty good to the station. Station's 70, 80, about 294. Let's go a little closer to 294. Now, I don't know distance though. I know it does the distance for the other station, but I don't know if it'll do the distance for nav 2. I haven't seen that in the book yet. Oh no, let's push the clock. Damn, man, we didn't push the clock. Shit, Captain, how could you let me forget that? Man, we gotta restart. But yeah, we should be heading to SBG. I think that's the name of the station. Yep. From SBG, we're going to be heading to OTT, which is on a 280 course. But yeah, we're going to be flying from here to Munich. Munich's another newly released handcrafted airport, which I haven't seen yet, but I've been to Munich a few times. We're almost at our altitude. This plane will level off automatically. I haven't used that button before. I wonder what it does. Alright, I don't like that button. Not until I learn what it does. Alright, let's go back up. Oh. No, I didn't realize that until just now. That is cool. I wish more airplanes had that. Leave it to the Germans to think of it. When you're adjusting the pitch with that wheel, it puts a little indicator here where you want the climb or the descent to be. That is pretty cool. I wonder how to use it. Let me turn this off and then back on again. That's how you do it. Very cool. So while you're flying, fly manually. Get the airplane in a ascent or descent speed that you want. Use this speed control knob, put this little orange thing, and then click on this vertical speed control. Very interesting. Alright, I don't know how far we are from our first station. Let's see. Wrong one. Wrong one. We should be past it, or... Oh shit, we're way past it. Alright, let's head towards VOR number 1 now. Alright, we're at our cruising altitude. Pretty much lined up with the VOR. This gives us our distance. Hey, what up, Astros? Alright, so for cruise... Alright, those are on fuselage. Throttles, set to cruise power. RPM, set to 1800. And we gotta lean a little bit. Yeah, because we're not even at 1800, so we need to lean a bit. Maybe not that much. Let's lean to about... That's 98, so a couple of ticks. Nice. Very good, dude. Pull the throttles back a little bit. We got 96, 96. Alright, so those are all the same. Let's pull the throttle back now to about 1800. We probably could lean the fuel more, but I don't really see a point. Alright, so we need to be heading a little more west. Our next frequency after that I can turn that off. And our next frequency is AUG. That's 115.9. Each little leg is like 30-40 miles. All right, let's check our fuel tanks out. That's something different. Something different to check out. Looks like our heat's okay, our cylinder head heat. All that's doing okay. And we have our cruise fuel tank. All right, everything looking good. Starter fuel. All right, and we got our outside air temperature is doing okay. It's about 10 degrees. We're at about 1800. I guess this is about cruise power. And we're at our altitude. So we are doing pretty good. I wonder what this thing looks at nighttime. Let's see what it looks like at night. Early morning. It's pretty cool the way it's lit up. Kind of subtle. Nice. Look at this big old sunroof, man. Look at that thing. Look at that big old sunroof. Oh, you know, we could probably close the cowl flaps quite a bit. Let's do that. Alright, let's put the lights back on. Now that we're cruising, put them at like 45%. I shouldn't have started holding it and pulling it. I should have just clicked on it the way I was doing. As it goes down in like 5% increments at a time. So it keeps them nice and even. Everything's looking okay. We got about 50 kilometers left to our target. Then we'll switch to a new station. Now, I don't know if that does nav1 and nav2. Let me see. Let me program nav2 for... what's the name of this town here? Augsburg, 115.9. Let me see if it'll do it. But I saw 2 needles there. Alright, maybe it will. Because this gives you a distance to or from a VOR station. This is number 1 here. I wonder if we can use nav mode, if that'll lock us onto frequency. Let's see what happens. It looks like it's doing it. And our indicator here is showing that we're lining back up too. See what happens. So far, this is a pretty fun plane. I like this thing. And I like that it's not in English. I was using my Xbox controller. We could go sit in the back real easy, but I'm not sure how to save seats and all that with my keyboard or with the flight stick. You know, as far as saving like a camera position. I could look it up, but I don't want to put it on pause and go through all that. That's boring. Looking at a pause menu. Yeah, this thing had a ceiling of about 20,000 feet. I don't know the distance, but I know you could go about 20,000 feet in the air with it. Alright, we're getting closer. I'm guessing it's taking us to the station. I'm not 100% sold, but I mean, it could be, I guess. Oh, it's not on. What happened? I turned it on. Alright, let's see what happens now. It looks like we're pretty close. Let's look at this map here and see what it says. Hey, what up, Bobby? Oh yeah, this thing is way off. Alright, let's put us back in heading mode. Let's go turn back towards the station. There we go. Now we're a bit more in line. Happy Friday, Bobby. And then when we leave this station, we want to leave on a 289 heading. And then we need to get about 38 miles from it, and then we'll make our next turn. If the new one doesn't register, the new VOR station I have plugged in, because it's not showing anything yet. So if that doesn't show up, because some of these stations, it won't activate the VOR to move or anything. You can line up with it, but like, it won't give you distance and stuff like that. Yeah, this plane is a lot of fun. For 10 bucks. And it's made by Builds. Everything works really good on it. It's all in German. It's easy to start up. It's easy to fly. It's fun. It's a fun plane. It's different than a lot of the other planes. You know, the autopilot. The height is not in feet. It's in meters. Yeah, an easier DC-6, yeah. Almost. Alright, so we are almost at this station. We have 20 kilometers left. DC-6 is badass. Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of my favorite planes to fly. Alright, let's lean the fuel out a little bit, since our RPMs are dropping a bit. Let's go like 2 more clicks on the fuel. See if that helps at all, or if that lowers it. No, it's raising it a bit. All right, bring this down to 89. There's 3 clicks. That's one nice thing about using a mouse. You can just hover over this, and then you can use your little wheel, spin these down or forward, and keep them all at the same level. Move my props a little more forward. And we're about 10 kilometers out of the station. Spirit Box. No, I don't think I've heard of a band called Spirit Box. Now, maybe I'll check them out later. Yo, you ever heard of a band called Spirit Box, Gab? Yeah, I never heard of him either. One of our guys, Bobby. They're out of Vancouver. That's cool. See you, Gav. I like Mother. They're from Canada. All right, so let's get ready to start heading on a 289. Once this counter gets down a little bit more, and then we're going to fly 38 miles away, which I guess that's about, I don't know how many kilometers, 70 maybe. I guess I can look it up. All right, let's start heading like 285, and then we'll fix it. That's 270. That's about 285 there. Check out our fuel. Cruise tanks are still doing good. Yeah, see, Nav 2's not picking anything up. Is there an ADF station over there? Let's see. Oh, did they, is AUG where MAH is now? No, it's past it. Right. This must be it here. They might not have it on this chart. But we can fly to Edema, that's fine. What's that? 318. Let's fly to 318. Let's go put that in our ADF machine. That's about the heading we're on now. 270, 280, 279. All right, let's put ourselves on that heading. The one bad thing about these letters, that they get in the way sometimes. All right, let's see where we're at now. So just a little bit over west. All right, so we'll just put it on west. All right, props are okay, pressure's good, temperature's good. Cylinder head looks okay. Fuel's looking okay on the cruise tanks. All right, and our next place that we're going is over to Ingolstadt. That's 111.4. We're going to be descending pretty soon. Flight's almost over. We're going to go to Ingolstadt, then make a turn towards the airport. Try to capture the localizer and try to get a sweet old soft and buttery landing. Hopefully it picks up 111.4. If not, we'll just there's another ADF station we can use. Yeah, we're flying to Munich. That's right outside Ingolstadt, where they make Audi. Been to that factory twice. At Audi factory. Yeah. Nothing on sale does hurt. I agree. I like when stuff's on sale also. Especially stuff that's on my wish list. Wish list sale. I'm good with that. Buy this plane. Only $10. It's definitely worth buying this plane over buying a pizza. Don't worry about a thing. Gotcha. 3333. Every little thing gonna be alright. Oh, Fuckensburg. Like Fuckensburg. Furstenfeldbruck. Oops, sorry about that. About that sniff. Sorry about that. Alright, so we really have no idea where we're at, distance-wise. We need to be heading on a closer to 275. So, you know, I think Munich has a an air. Yeah, they do. 115. Let's set number 2 for 115. See if he can pick up a distance at some point. I'm not overly worried because we do have here's the airport here. I'm not too worried about losing it. Just weird that none of these stations are giving us any kind of juice. No info. Alright, let's start heading a bit more to the north. Can always try. There's wild. That's 112.8. Let's try that. All right, that one gives us info. We'll head there when we get a little closer to the ADF. Just using an ADF is very cumbersome in this airplane. You got to continually, go back and forth between these two places. I don't know if this is an indicator that tells us the distance. I don't think it is. Let me see what if I can find out what that is. I can, I just need to go to the right page. All right, let's see here. We're almost at the right page. Let's get back to the engineer's office. I mean, the navigator's office. Come on, we're almost there. Here we go. Radio operator, number 11. Oh, you know what? It doesn't tell us what that is. That's interesting. Everything else is labeled except for that. Oh well. Alright, let's start descending a little bit in altitude. Let's put this down to 6,000 feet. We are about 50. We'll start making our turn to the VOR station here in a moment. All right, cruise. All right, descent. All right, cowl flaps. Fuselage, that's already it is. Rich below. Landing lights. Oh, that's it, huh? All right, landing lights on. All right, let's lock that down there. We'll start going down that way. Go down a little. We don't need to make a big rush out of things. All right, let's check what our altimeter is. Go to Navigraph. Probably about the same as where we have it now. What's it at in Munich right now? Yep, exactly the same. All right, let's start turning towards this VOR station. start heading to the north. King of the North. There's only one man I'd bend my knee to. That's the King of the North. Robb Stark. There's always been a Stark at Winterfell. I don't want to be king. Hodor. I think that's so stupid that he's been saying hold the door this whole time. I really wish that George R.R. Martin wrote enough books for the series. Right. Yeah, I started losing interest in Game of Thrones when they ran out of books to write their stories off of. It was great for many years. And even the other seasons, you know, 5, 6, 7, they're not terrible. They're just not as good as when they had the books. The books of truth. Alright, we're still descending. Let's see if we can move this down, if that'll adjust us. I think it will. Yep. Very good. It's kind of like, this wheel's like the opposite of what you would normally think. Like, normally you would think to scroll this wheel down, go up. But this wheel, it's not. You have to scroll down to go down and up to go up. Alright, we're getting pretty close to our VOR station. 115 is still not picking anything up, which is Munich. Alright, after here we're going to Ingolstadt, that's 111.4. Can I plug it in on you? Will you let me? Will you let me spin you around? Alright, Ingolstadt's not picking anything up. Man, that is really shitty. Alright, so we'll turn west once we get past this point, and then we'll... Let me plug in the ILS info then. 108.7. Alright, once we get past this, I'll plug it in. What actually is our landing altitude? 5,000? So 5,000 in meters. This is about 3. Yo, what's up, dude? What's up, username? Yeah, this is the new local legend. It's actually a lot of fun. Everything's in German. How was your week, dude? Alright, we are now passing this station. Let's plug in the ILS info or the localizer info. 108.7. And 261 is the heading. If it'll pick it up. I don't know if it will. We are currently... let's just go west for a little bit. I'm sorry, east. Not bad. And I believe there is an ADF that we can plug in either 115 or 116. Really, 115 or 116? Oh yeah, that's not a nav station. That's an ADF station. I wonder the VOR is not picking it up. All right, the 115, 116. Gotcha. I remember those days, redoing edits and rewriting certain things, and that's good that you're putting in the work for it, though. All right, 116. About 115. Man, we are blanking out in Munich. What does it say on the VFR charts here? Munich's right here. That's 115. Okay, so it's 569. No, that's not it. There's EDDM right here. All right, what is this one here? 338. Plug that in. Then, all right, Munich. ILS 109.5, 108.7. That's what I put in. All right, maybe it only works off of a VOR. What is this here? Yeah, I put in 115 earlier. Nothing pulled up. One 15. All right, whatever. We'll land there at some point here soon. Man, we have leveled. I cannot believe how fast we are still going. And I got the throttles like all the way back. We're still at over 300 kilometers an hour. We're cruising. All right, let's find out where we're at in relation to Munchie. All right, so we haven't yet passed it yet. We could actually start turning to the south. Let's start doing that. Let's turn like almost due south. Yeah, me too. I like how it has a whole separate compartment for the navigator. I do. I like that too. I have a few planes like that. DC-6, Constellation. And I think it's cool how all these older planes had a whole separate section: engineering and radio officer and navigator. The Hindenburg had like, I think it was like 10 stations, something like that. A lot of stations. As you can see, the name of our aircraft is Like. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit like. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is doing, but what view of the airplane that was. I haven't looked at all these camera angles yet. That was pretty cool. And that's number 1 again. All right. Not bad. We still have nothing yet on our radar at all for station, an ADF, a VOR station. This one's not showing anything. This one's not doing anything. Sorry about that. All right, what else do we have to do for landing? Because we are going to land at some point soon. All right, so descent we already did. Oh, wow. This is a bit. All right, so those need to go back up. Those need to get turned back on. It's actually not bad. Transponders probably does that automatically, because it put itself on ALT earlier. But yeah, the fuel selectors, we just have to push these up. Turn these pumps on again. You know, those tanks. Oh, actually, these control the tanks. So, turn those on, and then move the cow flaps all the way up. Flaps are right here. Landing gear, we know where that is. It's right on my D-pad. Actually, where is the landing gear lever? Anyways, first speed is 190. Right here? Oh yeah, right here. Okay. Yeah, I like that it's all in a different language, and the gauges are really like, they're a good size. Like, they're easy to see. Me too, dude. Oh yeah, cheers to you too, mate. Sorry, I have the flight stick, and it's directly in front of the chat. I have to, like, remember to move my head. Yeah, I like this aircraft a lot. It's been fun to learn, and it comes with a good documentation with it. Yeah, and it definitely flies really good. It's easy to start up. It flies really good. Sounds good. Price is good. 9.99. That's a good price. That's a good price. You like my price? Alright, we gotta go a little to the east. Let's go to the wrong way, buddy. If our nav is not gonna work, at least we can use the cheat sheet. We go with yellow cheat sheet. Alright, so that's it for approach. Landing's only 2 things. Very good. I'm not worried about after landing. If it doesn't have any kind of persistency or state saving, what's the point of shutting it down? But if it saves your state, or it's got persistency, which is the same thing from what I understand, then it's good to shut your airplane all the way down. That way all the buttons will be where you expect them to be next time you get into the airplane. Is anything picking up anything yet? Try to go backwards without turning around. Alright, this is picking up something. That's good. That's right near our airport, I believe. I think it was this one here. It's one of these two. Yeah, 338. Okay, we got... Where are we at again? There's the airport. Alright. So let's go due east. We'll go due east for about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. And then turn around. Go due east. And then when we make our turn back to the airport, we'll do all this stuff. And I guess we'll fly it in by hand. I mean, I was expecting to fly it by hand anyways. But I don't think we're going to have any instrumentation help. Which is no good. So no good. I got everything plugged in there that should be in there. I got ADF, which is okay, but it's all the way in the back. A little tough to fly the airplane from that radio officer station. And then none of the localizer VOR signals I've used pull anything up. It's just dead 030. Dead part 2. It's no good. Why doesn't it work? Yeah, we got the airport right here. I got 108.7 plugged in the nav 1. And then I have 115 plugged in on nav 2. And this isn't doing anything. There's no time. Yeah, this dial here shows you, well, not, this is not time, this is distance to the different VOR stations. The big needles for nav 1, the little ones for nav 2. This plane wants to go fast. Also, this plane is very difficult to keep lower than 300 kilometers an hour, 330. So I think that's around 210 knots maybe. But once you get up to that cruising speed, even pulling the propellers back, the power levers, that thing was still... Let's see where we're at. Not you, buddy. This buddy. Alright. There's Munich there. Yeah, we'll turn around. We'll go out like 20 kilometers and then make our turn back and just fly it in by hand. You know what we may do, actually? Let me turn on the cheat sheet for the outside so we can fly from outside. All right, chase cam. We'll do minimal. I like the full one, but it takes up too much screen. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm sorry. Not a few minutes, a few seconds. see where we're at. All right. Let's turn around. A little bit at a time. Try to slow down a little bit too. So let's go pretty much due south. Almost due south. All right, checklist, transponder. Go back there. Put that on standby. All right, then we can go back up now. Put this on start. Turn on the pumps. Open the cowl flaps. And landing gear we'll put down. Approach speed is 190. And then landing is 165 and idle. All right. Now let's move our mixture all the way up, though. All right, that's all done. All right, let's turn around now. Another 90 degrees. And then we'll see where we're at. Oh, wait a minute. Our dial is alive now. Alright, so nav 1 is working. Yep. Nav 1 is now working. Beautiful. At least we can get the proper course. Okay, there's our airport right in front of us. All right, let's start flying this thing by hand. Let's deactivate the autopilot. Can't get this plane to slow down. I mean, I got the propellers and the throttle all the way down, and the thing is not slowing down. Okay, now it's slowing down a bit. Well, I want to look at something real quick. Hang on. I might be looking at the wrong dial for the speed. That just occurred to me. Give me a second. Now, I'm not going to turn it off. It's too much stuff to turn back on. Give me a second. I need to look at these dials up front here. on this page. Shit. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm getting a phone call. All right. Sorry about that. My daughter's camping and wanted to call and say hi. All right. Yeah, that is the speed dial. Which, okay. It is what it is. This plane is really tough to slow down. Yeah. This is our speed dial right here. Where's my mouse? Right here. So, you know, we're trying to get down to 165 to land. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure thing. Oh, our airspeed is... Alright, well, let's stay out here. Maybe I need to learn how to read, Maybe I need to learn how to read kilometers an hour better. Let's just stay out here so we can get the right airspeed. Never mind everything I just said about the plane being too slow. We're good. We almost fell out of the sky. Thank God for this minimal HUD. Saved us once again. Mwah. Thank you, buddy. I don't really care what type of landing we do, by the way. I like sitting outside. It might be a good landing. I don't know. I have made decent landings outside the airplane before. Flaps are fully down. You're kind of high. Oh, runway's over here. Hello, runway. Yeah, I'll take it. Look at that dirty old landing. Look at that dirty old landing. You know about them dirty old landings. That's a pretty fun plane. I like that thing. You got to go get yourself one of them. That's a fun plane, and it's got some cool liveries to it. Oh, got 3 liveries, but they're pretty good. One's real shiny. If you like shiny stuff, go get you one of them liveries. All right. You get on dirty old Navigraph. Because I had another flight that I was gonna do this afternoon. I was gonna record it. But I might as well just do it now. KF. I think this one will still pull up in the airplane. All right, let's you do that. Let's see if there's any updates first. Nope. All right, profile. Let me change the title. Legend. Get rid of that. Let's type in something new. What do we find? How do I spell it? I forget how to spell the plane. There's a change aircraft. Jet. Cirrus. Can't believe I forgot how to spell that thing. What's wrong with me? Vision Jet G2. What are we doing? K what? Kfxe. Kfxe. Kmth. I believe that's what it is. Marathon. Yep. All right. Save. All right. What's that airport again? Kfxe. All right. Very good. Let's see if this plane works. Let's see if this old bucket works. This dirty old G2. See, I'm always stuck between this shuttle and this one here. I like the Uluru. But we haven't done the shuttle in a while. I think we're going to do the shuttle tonight. I like the shuttle one. That's cool looking. Black and the red. Alright, now this plane actually has a tail number. But I did get this plane off of FlightAware earlier. Alright, let's see here. Customization. So the tail number in real life was N 777 CB. Go ahead, you plug yourself in that old number and letter code and see what pops up on Navigraph. Tell me I'm lying. N777 CB. All right, let's go to Kfxe. Oh, you know, we should have looked at the Munich airport a little bit. Actually, we'll do that real quick. Let's, because we were just there. And they just changed the airport. Ah, fuck it. Let's fly. Alright. Kfxe. We can always start off tomorrow like that. Alright. Fort Lauderdale's. You can just take up any, you can take up any old spot. Just take up, this is the backyard of somebody's house right here. That ramp right there looks like it's in Billy Joe's backyard. We got the house right here. We got the garage. I mean, we got the backup generator for the whole complex. All right, there we go. Now this thing should still be the last route calculated in SimBrief. Because the one that we just did, I didn't do that in SimBrief at all. I just built that on hand on Navigraph. Even though none of those stations worked. After like the first two. And then the ADFs worked. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It did work at the very end. I shouldn't say that. The localizer worked. The VOR station didn't. That 115 was playing hide and seek with us. Playing Hansel and Gretel. Show me your Hansen, Gretel. Show me your Hansen. All right, ready to fly. Not yet. I got to get more drink. Give me 1 second. Drink's very important. Especially when your voice is cracking at my age. See what you got to look forward to when you get a little older? Your voice be cracking too. You'd be like, oh, I remember I heard that one time online. I thought he was bullshitting. Nope. Your voice will crack too. Especially if you talk all day. Like I do. Almost all day. That is some delicious juice. All right. Get set up here. Sorry about that. I just need to get a little drink. All right. Let's come over here. Actually get our... Where's our tablet at? I know it's down here somewhere. Sworn it was right down there, unless it's on this side. Oh, there it is. Very easy to miss this thing. All right, VAMs. Restore. But that puts covers on all of it. Oh, look at that. You all wrapped up. All right, covers and protectors. I'll get you an external power unit. Very cool. We can charge the battery that way. All right, storage cover. Chocks. All right, luggage. We'll do family vacation. Cold and dark. No shit. All right, we're gonna do family. Since we're going to Key West, or actually Marathon, Florida, which is more kid-friendly than Key West. All right, so generator 1 and 2 on, strobes on, oxygen. Now turn off this unit, and now start our engines. All right, very good. Let's see if I can bring the flight plan in. Sure is. All right, import. I haven't used this system in a while. It's going to take me a minute to remember how to do all this. Not a long minute, but a minute. I don't want that as a full screen. Go back to half. Flip you. Make you full screen. All right, and flight plan. I think that's the flight plan. Let's see what it says here. Mainer R2. Go to procedures. All right, Mainer R2, Mainer. And then for our approach, we're going to do, hopefully, the RNAV 7. Yep. And, yeah, we'll do Yeah, vectors is fine. And our minimums. Let's check out the chart. Let's see if it'll let us do it, or if it's gonna close everything out. Click on charts again. No, not that. Go to arrival, approach. I thought I could go to the destination airport. Okay, departure, arrival. All right, I guess I'll have to type it in. No big deal. Kmth. I could look it up right now in front of me, but I'd rather do it where you guys can see it. All right, RNAV7. Now I like going to chart options, and let's go to minimums. We got 384. 436. I think we're doing LPV in this plane, so we'll do 384. So we can go back, go to flight plan. You know what? Yep. Procedure. What we got here? 384. All right. That's all good. All right, let's do our... That's done. And what are we going up to? About 16,000 feet is what I put. So let's set that up. So we'll do 6, 0, flight level, enter. All right, that's all done. Let's go back to home. Let's go to utilities. Go to initialization. System checks.
Higher, 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 higher.
Oh, you know what? Let's turn the... Hang on. Let's turn the words off. Now that we don't need them on, they're kind of annoying. All right. On, instant. I go back.
Stall, stall.
All right, that's done. Initialize the fuel. Think with the forward operating base. How much fuel did I put in this flight? Here. Fuel is 1,553. That's pounds of fuel. Let's say here. Kilograms. All right, so that's about... Oh, let's put this up. All right. Now sync. There we go. All right. Go back. Weight and balance check. Payload. Yeah, whatever. All right. Sync that. That's all done. Flight plan is done. All right, accept initialization. Performance, speed bugs, all on. And flaps. That's for landing. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we need to do one more thing for the takeoff. End of year ice protection, systems tests. I don't care about any of that. All right, let's taxi out. I got to get rid of those charts. Hang on. Okay. So let's go back home, go to flight plan. Let's go. Let's put our flight director on. Put our altitude up to 16,000. Put our flaps down for takeoff. Oh, hang on. Let's get the right flight stick too. We'll just do like 738. That's close enough. You know, as far as like a button configuration that I would want. All right, that's good. Put our flaps down. There we go, and move our light to landings. The runway right there. Let's remove the parking brake. Give it a little juice. Go down and make a U-turn. Now we got to move our takeoff trim. So if we're looking right here, we have that little green box right there. Right here. We got to move this little arrow into there. So, I mean, you don't have to do it, but it'll make controlling it initially way easier. Man, this wheel on this flight stick takes so long to scroll up. I've been scrolling pretty much the whole time with this wheel. Almost there. Couple more notches. Couple more. I believe in you. You can do it. We're so close. We're so close, buddy. I think we did it. I think we did it. Amen. No more scrolling that damn wheel. Alright, we can put heat on. Ah, that's ice. Heat is over here, I believe. One of these here buttons. I thought it was, maybe it's you. There you go. I knew it was one of you buttons. These are for ice protection, I think. Alright, let's put the GPS bearing. Speed bugs, they should be all on. Alright, we can take off. Yeah, it is a nice plane. It should be standard on the new simulator when it comes out in November. From what I understand, this is going to be a standard plane. All right, let's go. Oop, my bad. Sorry about that. I was trying to push a button on my flight stick, and I was trying to slide under my arm, and I wound up hitting that button by accident. Alright. Put the autopilot on. Come down here to automatic. And let's do, we're in flight level control. Going to, well, let's see if it'll catch the course. Turn our landing lights off. Looks like it will. Alright, oh, we never did set our pressure. Oh well. Alright, it is going to catch the course. That's good. That's on 5 miles, which is very good. That's a good spot for that kind of map with these kind of screens. Otherwise, it may black out on you. A lot of the companies that put out these higher tech interiors recommend that those Garmin screens are minimal as far as the detail, like reduce it all the way down and try not to go over 5 miles. 5 miles and under is okay, but over 5 miles can be bad. I think so. I don't know if it was Xbox specific, because it was in their main documentation for the simulator, but I don't remember anymore. If you're not having problems, don't worry about it. But if you've been having problems, that may be a couple ways to try to fix it. You know, I should probably put multiplayer back on. I turned it off earlier because I was taking a couple pictures for maybe thumbnails and stuff like that. Data, just back on. Looks like we're still doing okay outside of the weather. It sounds really good. Unless I'm crazy. Yeah, I was looking at lights to record for actual videos for the channel, and I get on FlightAware and I look it up by airplane type, and I usually start at the bottom of the list. That's where you find some odd airplanes. An A310, an older Piper, MU2 from Msfs. So anyways, a lot of the older propeller planes and things like that. And as you go up the list, these start to show up. Piper Turbo Arrows, the Piper Meridians, the PC-12s. So when I saw this flight, I was like, that's a pretty cool flight. So I'll usually click on it and save it. So I looked at this flight. I have I think a Piper Turbo Arrow 4 flight. One with the new Beechcraft 60, the Duke, which we've never actually done a flight with that plane. We took off and tried to go as high as we could. We did good. We got really high over the max altitude. I think it maxed out at like 27 or 29,000 feet, something like that. We took that thing up to like 35, 36,000. I have so many good planes and so few hours to use them. The F-28 is still like my favorite airplane so far. This new one we flew was pretty good. Like, there are so many good airplanes out right now, in my opinion. Not enough hours to fly them anymore, now that I'm working full-time. I did this full-time, then I could fly all the planes every day. But this is not reality. This is just something to kill time, chat with folks, meet some new people, share some good flights at times, really bad ones at times. Oh, it's raining on my vacation. I wonder if the icing thing is going to come on. Should probably go up front for a few minutes. Make sure I don't have to do anything for icing. The outside temperature is 7. We should probably put some icing on. Was it high and then low, or high and off? I don't want to go high. I don't know what this max button does. I've never really used that before. Oh well. Oh, you know what? It might show over here, actually. Let's go to aircraft systems, base protection. All right, high. Just as I suspected. Did absolutely nothing. Damn. Oh, that's good. I didn't realize this actually did something. Okay, it doesn't move the temperature. Okay, so it doesn't really do anything. It just looks cool at first. Oh, we can turn all that off now, actually. We're out of the clouds. All right, let's go back to our flight plan. Very good. Cruising. Go ahead and look at this landing chart again. Right, charts. Janka. I saw that in there before and I said no to that. That puts us about 10 miles out. That's good. That's 3,100 feet. Doesn't look like there's a circle for any kind of minimum altitude. We definitely don't want Carnu because that's 30 miles out. But we can go out, make this procedure turn, and then come back in and land. So let's do Janka. Alright, let's unclick this again. No, that's okay. Go to procedure. Now let's put Janka in. There we go. Load. Make sure there's no manuals anywhere in here. Nope. What does VNAV look like? All right, that looks okay. All right, let's put our map back up. All right, we're cruising. Sorry, I'm just seeing the chat. What kind of challenge are you in? That sounds pretty cool. I like baguettes too. Oh, that's cool. Neck and neck, right down to the finish, huh? Right down to the nitty-gritty. The nitty-gritty. Well, good luck with it, man. I hope you squeak out a win. Oh, that's funny. You guys are doing it to each other though, so that makes it funny. I'd be creating all kinds of fake email addresses and subscribing, and then last minute just get on all 20 or 30 email accounts and just unsubscribe. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I'll check your channel out when I'm done tonight. I'll subscribe as well. We gotta get ready to start descending. Let's go down to 31. At least that's what I'm gonna plug in. VNav may have a different story. Go into VNav mode. VPath will take care of everything for us. We have the auto throttle on, that'll take care of that. Go to speed bugs, go to landing, all on. And for performance, oh bitch, why you gonna make me dirty like that? So stupid that happens. All right, performance. 145 gear, 25 and 10. So 20 and then 15. 145, 20, 15. All right. mean, if we're 10 miles out of Marathon, and that's where we're landing, why is our top of descent at 2 minutes away? At the... Oh, because we're going right to... That make no sense. No sense. Alright, let's just do this ourselves. So we will go into VS mode. Sync up our heading. We'll go into heading mode. And let's do a little circle as we're descending. We can do it from out here. I'd rather be lower in altitude before we get to the airport than try to descend and circle farther away, and then we may lose where we're at in ratio to the airport, like lined up. But this way we still have the magenta, so it's a bit of a cheat. That's okay, because it's a simulator. We're not breaking many rules, just a few. Yeah, the Track Tribe. They're one of the better groups I found on all that free YouTube music. Actually, it would probably be kind of hard to lose an airport in Key West. Land is so narrow. But it's just easier to do it this way for me. For me, it's easier. As we start going into some clouds, we may need to turn some icing on, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, let's turn back around. Yeah, that's so weird that it put our top of descent so close to Marathon. That's weird. If I would have known that, I would have descended way earlier. I thought we had a good, like, 30-40 minutes at 16,000 feet. Oh. We're probably gonna have to do one more circle. Oh, you know, we could actually sit in the seat and do this. Get back here and do this. Oh, no, I can't. I don't have the HUD. That's all right. If I still had the HUD turned on in the cabin, then I could do it. I thought it'd be kind of cool to look out the window. I guess we still can. Yeah, I think one more circle will be good. Since we're so close to the airport, and we're only 7 miles away. It's 9 degrees. I don't know if there's a station here or not. Let me see. Let's turn back around again. I thought there was a station at Marathon. be wrong. Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, well, they do have an 80, yeah. 260. We can do that here, I guess. Go to... I have one in there. Maybe I can't do ADF in this. Some airplanes, you can come up here and interact with the bottom of this screen. And then you can activate the ADF here. But yeah, I don't think this thing has an ADF reader. Kind of makes sense. Very newish airplane. I don't really see it relying on ADS for anything in this thing. All the GPSs it has, and microchips, and soldering iron work, rivets, rubber, paint, glass, all kinds of stuff. Make a really cool airplane. Alright, I think we'll be okay when we make this loop again. We're about 6,900 feet. We're getting down to 3,100. Might as well activate the approach. Can't see so far without my glasses. Right, activate approach. It should show us on the chart too, I think. We'll have to go back to the chart, but I think it will show us on the chart. Put us at 160, please. Actually, 170 is okay. Not 140 like you had us before. I'm not really too worried about using GPS or ILS or whatever S's to land this thing. We'll be close enough to the ground. We can land this thing ourselves. Maybe even from outside. One thing I do like a lot, actually, that's relatively new, is this XTK and then the mileage. I love how it tells us how close we are to lining up. Because a lot of times, like, I'll blow past the spot that I'm supposed to turn to catch the route. Like, nice having that. Some fake Game of Thrones stuff we're listening to. It makes for okay background music, like mixed in with other stuff sometimes that I do. Yeah, this song. Off with his head. On the website. there's our airport there. We can go faster. Move back a bit and move this up to like 180. Actually, we'll do 200. I don't know why our flight management system had us all the way down at 140, but that's kind of low when we still got to do this here approach. I wonder if I go in nav mode now, what'll happen? Let's see what it does at this procedure turn. We'll take VNav off also. Might want to put VNav back on after looking at some of the parameters around the cockpit here. Alright, let's go VALT or VPATH. Alright, so we're on our way to Janka. $140, are you kidding me? That's landing gear season. 125 for flaps 1 and then 110 for flaps 2. It was 145, 2015. So we got a VPATH. See, I saw top of descent right there, which made me think about putting VNav back on. See? That's why I didn't put the gear down. And we got a 15-knot tailwind. Wow. Alright, let's see if this thing's gonna do a procedure turn or not. Okay. Alright, making a turn. Maybe once we get kind of lined back up, I'll click approach and see what happens. Maybe it'll do this LPV or whatever that landing is called. Hey, what up, dude? I'm back too. Coming in for landing. Yeah, we finished the other flight. Hang on. Yep. Finished the other flight. So this is another flight I was thinking about recording, but we'll just do it tonight and then I'm gonna call it a night. Yeah, we should be about done this procedure turn. And then I don't know if it's going to do any kind of approach on its own, being that it's... We'll give it a try. Yeah, I really like this airplane. I like a lot of airplanes. I just wish I had more time to fly them all. I have so many airplanes that I really enjoy, and they're different in their own ways and the same in some ways, and it's really fun getting in and out of these different airplanes and trying to remember how to use everything and control it and the different sounds, and it's fun. It's a lot more fun now than in the past. I've always liked airplane simulators from decades ago, but playing on it now versus what it used to be, it's like two different worlds. Yep, that's right. Old X-plane, FSX. All right, let's see what this auto throttle does when we get a little closer. Let's see if it moves it down. It should. All right, there goes our glide path. That diamond. That's good. That'll bring us down. We already put our minimums in. It's like 3 something. I don't remember if we show up on the actual chart though. Let's see. I don't remember. Let's see here. Oh, we sure do. Look at that. All right, let's put the whole map up instead of a section. But I like how you can do different sections of this. Makes it real handy. All right, there we go. Here we can fit it to the wheel. To the wheel. Maybe that's what it was on before. Yep, you're probably right. I did a Cathay Pacific flight in the 777 the other day. It was a lot of fun. All right, we can almost put our landing gear down. Yeah, we did a Cathay Pacific flight from Hong Kong to Mumbai, I believe it was. All right, we can almost put our landing gear down. That's 145 threshold. And look at that. Headwind, 15, 16 knots. All right, we can almost do it. Yeah, I really like Cathay Pacific. I like their livery, and I like the airports they fly to, and I like them. I used to fly them a lot in X-Plane. When I used to play X-Plane on my iPad, I always used them in the A340. I'm sorry, in the the 747. All right. Put our landing gear down now. Next up is flaps. Let's see if this thing will move our speed down. I don't think it's going to. We'll give it a little more time and see what happens. But we're in the LPV landing. I don't think it's going to slow us down enough. All right, yeah, let's go into manual mode. We need to get down to like 100. All right, it's almost time for the first flaps. Gotta be below 125. All right, flaps 1. Oh yeah, we're getting ready to do it. I just wanted to see, like, if it would slow us down or not. All right, I think the auto throttle is still on. Oh no, it's off. All right, good.
500. Minimums.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, oh, sorry. We're going straight up. I was looking at the chat. Yeah, I think they can do something like that. They have some really cool technology in their planes. Yeah, I think you can remote pilot it. I remember seeing something sometime recently where you can, there's like an app you can use, and yeah, they got some cool stuff in these airplanes nowadays. Yeah, I guess we'll come in for a landing. Yeah, I think this one also has I think it has a parachute also as a safety device. I think it's up here, actually. Yeah. Cirrus airframe parachute system. I don't think it actually works in this game, but yeah. I think that's great that there's a that kind of safety system in an airplane, especially one like this. All right. Well, that's about it. I'm getting out of here. It's been fun. We did 2 flights. I'll be back regular time tomorrow and maybe sooner. We'll see how the day goes. But thanks for everybody tuning in. Please interact with your screen in a way that'll help me out and help the channel out. I appreciate that. Y'all have a great Friday night, Saturday morning, and I'll see you next time. See ya.